So you guys probably hear all the time that in order to be successful with day trading, you need to have some kind of edge in the market, something that separates you from all the other traders out there, what makes you different. And that's why in this video, I want to go over exactly what it means to have an edge in day trading, how to actually find your edge, and ultimately how to start trading with an edge so again, you have an advantage over all the other traders out there in the market. So an analogy I can give you for this is think of a casino or a roulette table, right? Why are they able to stay profitable and stay in business for so long over all the gamblers? Well, it's simply because the casino, they have an edge over all the other gamblers, right? If we look at a roulette table, if you place bets on red or black, right, one of the colors, the odds of you winning, I think, is a 46 or 47% chance, right? So what that means is the casino, they have a 53, 54% chance of winning, which gives them an edge over all the gamblers, which is why they're able to stay profitable and stay in business for so long. And you need to do that same thing as a day trader. Now, if I look back at it, the reason why I started becoming a profitable trader, because I did struggle for almost a year of just consistently losing money. And I think the main reason for that was when I was first starting that first year where I was losing money, I was literally just trying to predict where the price was gonna go every single day, every minute of the day, right? I would open my computer and be like, do I think we're gonna go up or do I think we're gonna go down? And it seems like that's the right thing to do. And even like when we are at a support level, we are at a resistance level, I would still say that same thing. All right, do I think we're gonna go up or do I think we're gonna go down? And it makes sense that I used to think this way because that's obviously how you're gonna make money. You wanna predict where the price is going, right? Well, obviously I had to learn the hard way. What I was doing did not give me an edge. Anyone can draw a support level, anyone can draw a resistance level, anyone can try to predict where the price is gonna go at any time. But when you're day trading and you have tight stop losses, right? A lot of times when it's volatile, the algorithms can trick you and they can stop you out and then they can go in your favor, right? So ultimately what I started doing to overcome this was I started developing specific setups that I take in the market that gave me an edge, meaning these setups had over a 50% win rate, right? So if I would take the trade 10 times, I know at least 6 times, at least 7 times, I would end up winning the trade with at least a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Now that you know how to actually find an edge by basically just finding a setup that gives you over a 50% win rate consistently. So let's go ahead and go over an example of one of my setups that I like to trade with. Now keep in mind, I usually trade with like 4 different setups. If you're just starting out, I'd recommend, 1 or 2, right? Figure out one setup that gives you an edge and then you can do more if you want to. And keep in mind, I use this setup on S&P 500 or the NASDAQ. That's pretty much the only 2 things I trade as well. So anyways, the first thing I look for is some kind of support or demand level. I never want to buy in the middle of the range. I want to keep my risk to reward very small. And the best way I can do that is by trading those edges, trading the support, trading the demand levels, right? That's going to set me up with the best risk to reward ratio. Now, if you have trouble coming up with support or demand levels or supply or resistance levels, I do have a free trading Discord community. As we can see, if you go inside my trading plan, I post my levels on NQ and ES every single day. So you'll see exactly where my resistance levels are, my support levels, supply zones, all that good stuff. So if you are someone who struggles with coming up with levels, I recommend you join our Discord community. It's completely free and open to the public. We have all kinds of other members in here that you can chat with as well. So we'd love to have you in here. Like I said, if you want to join for free, that'll be the first link in the description below. Now, the second thing I look for once we're in a key level is I want to see some kind of double bottom. And I also want to see some 5-minute reversal candle, or it could be multiple candles as well. So like I said, all 3 of these things have to line up in order for it to be valid. Now, if you want to use different confirmations that make more sense to you, feel free. This is all about what makes most sense to you. As long as it gives you an edge, it doesn't really matter which confirmations you use, okay? So anyways, let's go ahead and go over some examples. I'm going to pull up my chart here and we can see this is the NASDAQ, right? And on this day, this is a trade I took where I'm on the 5-minute time frame. As we can see, market open at around 7:30 my time. So Market opened on this candle right here. And in pre-market, we basically sold off and bounced off the support level. So I already had the support level prior from pre-market. This is the pre-market low. We had aggressive buying off this level. So that's where I got that level. As you can see, I wasn't trading yet at 7:05. This is like 25 minutes before the market opens where I live. And on this pullback, right, as you can see, we formed a nice little double bottom pattern inside a support level, and we had multiple 5-minute reversal candles, right? So all three of these things lined up. Now, I didn't care about what time it was. I didn't care about what was going on, right? I wasn't trying to predict like, oh, well, maybe the market can sell off more because the market just opened, right? All I'm looking for is my setup, right? I don't really care about anything else unless there's news or something like that. That's a different conversation. But if I see my setup and it looks good, I'm going to take it, right? Because I know that this setup will win 6 to 7 times out of 10, right? So that's kind of what I play. As you can see, if you would have got in here after this candle close or once we dip down into this previous level, we would have had a nice trade up to this resistance level right here where we had aggressive selling. You know, obviously once you see the price start to slow down and we're near resistance, that's where you'd potentially want to take some profits, right? And we can see if we zoom out more, right? We almost formed another little double bottom. We had aggressive buying off here, aggressive buying off here. We came up and now we're kind of forming a bigger double bottom on the 5-minute time frame as well, right? So this would have been a valid entry. This one was a little bit harder to read just because we didn't really have any 5-minute reversal candles. So that's a trade I did not take because only 2 things lined up. We didn't really have any 5-minute reversal candles, right? So that's an example of one of my setups. Like I said, I'm looking at the S&P 500. I'm looking at the NASDAQ. And I can also flip this, right? I could change this to resistance and supply. Instead of a double bottom, it's going to be a double top, and same thing here. So this setup alone gives you 2 setups because you can just flip it for if you want to go short. So usually throughout the day, I'll see one of my setups come into play, right? Whether it's on NASDAQ, whether it's on S&P 500, I'll usually see at least 1 opportunity, 2 opportunities, 3 opportunities some days to actually take a trade. Now let's go back to the next day. So I'm going to zoom out here. We're just going to go back to the previous day. And as we can see, we have this another little double bottom form with some 5-minute reversal candles. And this is about an hour into the market open. Now, keep in mind, this looks like a valid trade, but we can see that we were not really in my support level. My demand level was way down here. So this is a trade I was thinking about taking, but it didn't follow my system to a T because it had these 2 things, but it didn't have this thing, right? And sure, you could say, well, Chad, if you would have took it, it would have worked out. Yeah, but also it could have not worked out. So that's really the key, right? That's what's going to give you an edge, is being very picky about your setups and making sure it follows all 3 things. And maybe you're more of a risky trader. You want to trade more often. Maybe just have 2 of these things. Keep in mind, your win rate's not going to be as high, but you're going to be able to take more trades. So your setups really depend on your personality, of what kind of trader you are, and all kinds of stuff like that. So that's how you find an edge. You need to figure out setups that work best for, like I said, your personality, for your trading type, for confirmations that make the most sense to you, and kind of just combining those together. Sure, you can look at the overall trend of the market. You can see, the market context, and that could be another confirmation for you. So you could say something like, is the overall trend in my favor, right? So maybe you'll look at this on a 1-hour time frame. You're like, okay, over the past week or so on a 1-hour time frame, the overall trend is up, right? So this is actually in my favor as well. This could be another confirmation for you. So you kind of just have to play around and kind of see what works best for you based on your trading style, based on your personality type. But like I said, the most important thing is, do all 3 of your confirmations actually line up so you can take the trade? And most importantly, once you start testing this, right, and you follow it to a T, does this give you an edge? Does this give you over a 50% win rate with at least a 2-to-1 risk reward? That's the main thing you want to focus on to be a profitable trader and ultimately have an edge over everyone else. Like I said, if you guys do want free access to our trading community, Not only do we have all kinds of members that you can chat with and get questions, I also do market updates in here. And like I said, I give my levels and pre-market plans every single day for ES and NASDAQ. So if you guys do want access to this, like I said, that'll be the first link in the description below, or just head over to this link right here. As always, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you guys want to see more like this, be sure to subscribe and drop a like if you're new. And with that being said, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.